Hey guys, this is Alan RDA in scale. I thought I'd do or show you guys that issue with 1943. I'm going to, and thanks for watching. Like I say, this is Alan, and we just wanted to follow up on the video that I done earlier and let you guys know what the issue that I had with I'm having with my 1943, which is not a big issue. it's a programming. When it was programmed, and like I say, it's not a big issue, but it could for some people if they're not used to what the engine is doing. Each one of my new engines, and I just got this one here yesterday. It's past 12, I think. I got my 9041, my 9066, and about 2 weeks ago, I got my 9088. And I'll kind of give you guys a on 9041. We'll start 9041, and we'll just kind of show you how you normally, when you start it up, pressing F8, and then you do the F9. So we'll go ahead and start her up. And while she's warming up, here's got me a couple new cabooses when I was at the hobby shop. I got this Maintenance Away MP 7504, which is detailed pretty good. It's Blifford Shops. Many great colors on it. It's also got the UP Shield. And it had a little boo-boo on the end, but we fixed that. It's got metal wheels on it. We won't lift it off the track, but it's got some pretty nice fixtures to it and detailed pretty well. And so we really like how it looks. And then here's my North Platte service unit 401. We got that up at Spring Creek. And the 401 service unit, I'm not sure if it's still up at North Platte or not, or at a park somewhere. I would hope that it might still be in use and used occasionally. It's a sharp-looking caboose with the American flag, and then also with the UP Shield. I'm sorry I moved around, but I kind of had to set the tushy. And then we move on here, and this is Union Pacific, and you got the S for the steam service, UPP 24567. And you can see it says CA13, weight 5,000, and assigned to... there she goes, assigned to special steam train service. And we really like that. Plus we got a package of goodies that come with this caboose. And then here's North Platte UPP 400, which is kind of the same as the 24567 and 401. So I would say that this service unit may have had something to do with maybe the steam too. I don't know. But anywho, we like it a lot. Here's my Southern Pacific 1948. Just got it today. And there's my Cotton Belt SS or SSW 86. And then here's my Southern Pacific 1974. And my favorite thing is how the antennas and that are on there. They may not be perfectly straight, but they do pretty good. And so we like that. And here's my Southern Pacific 907. And there's my custom work. I put that light on there. Let you guys see that there. And then there's my 1235 that I I moved the smoke jack and put the antenna there. And there's my cotton belt SSW83, my 1945 that I just got, my SP4709. There's the police one. And then down there is 4640, and then there on the tail, I think, see if we can get her, is my cotton belt SSW90. And so now we'll go back here. Excuse me, sorry for the burp. Sorry. Good old hamburger I ate at Dairy Queen when we came back from Spring Creek. There in Belleville, Kansas. Talk about a good place to eat. Okay, here's the horn on 9041. And the bell. And as soon as you hit the bell, I kind of wished it would timber out slowly, but it kind of just timbers off pretty quick. It just, you know, once you hit the button, it just, boop. But I'm sure that can be adjusted. Anything with the lock programmer could be adjusted. I mean, like if you're running these in DPU or something like that, and I'll tell you guys, and I might show that video. Let's see. Well, 9066. I need to shut, hang on a second. I need to shut off 9066 lights there. I didn't know their lights was on, so. Whoops. I don't know if this is going to do anything here. There we are. We're back to filming here. Let me pause this a minute. Okay, back to filming. And we're going to let out the bell. Whoops, there is 9066s. So you can kind of hear 9066s. Okay, we'll go back to recall to 9041. And then we'll hit the bell off of it. There she goes. And make sure her light's off too. Okay, now what we're going to do here, since we got 9041, we're going to hit F9. Make sure F9's on, and then we're going to see if we can idle up. We're going to see if we can idle up, and hopefully she don't move. Whoops. I thought F9 would, could be because I had her in consist. Hang on just a second. Let me show you something, guys. Watch this. Okay, 9041 is running, and I was gonna hit F9 to see if that would work. I may have to take 9066 off and 9088, but check this out. I'm gonna hit F9. I'm gonna hit, speed step 1. Check this out. 9041 is gonna go a little bit. 9066, and look at 9088. Check that out. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. I don't know if she'll focus or not, but maybe she'll focus here. I mean, look at that gap. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pause this one more time because I want to show you on 1943, and we're going to take 9088 and 9066 off the track. Hang on a second. Tell you what, we're going to go into one more segment because I definitely want to show this. Check how smooth. How smooth she's rolling back. This is at speed step 1. Might be just a little goober there, little glitch, but not very much at all. You can't gripe at that. Okay, now. Alright. We're going to go into another segment, so please follow along. Okay, our videos go 10 minutes, so, and I like to show the best quality here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit direction. And let's check and see if F9 is pressed again. But it might be because it's in consist, and that may be what's doing it. So I may need to clear the consist. Excuse me again. Okay. Let's see. I've got F9 pressed, and let's see if she still moves. She might still move. And it might be because I had the other engines on there. Okay, now she's not going to move after now I removed the 9088, 9066, so she'll idle up for me, I think, and not move. Now that's with F9 held. And that's about speed step 9. Just a slow idle. You know, nice, smooth, slow idle that, you know, that when the locomotives are sitting like in the yard or whatever, and that you'll hear them idle up just a little bit, and sometimes they idle up on their own. Maybe, I don't know, there might, to me, there could be a setting to where they could do that, and as long as they would idle up for a little bit and then idle back down. You know, if you press like an F10 or an F25, you know, if that auto, you know, if you had that on, say, like an auto where the engine idled up on its own and then idled back down, so you wouldn't have to do it, that would be kind of a neat feature, and that maybe something might be added. But we can go ahead and idle her up to speed step 16. And that's about all we're going to go. Just a little bit smoother. And then I'm going to back her down. Down to F0 or speed step 0. Okay. And I think I got the light off. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down. And like I say, in the video before this one here, I thought for a minute that when I was doing that sin, and it was because they were all consisted together. I thought the engines, I thought 9041 at first was pulling 9066. And oh no, she's dragging her, and she wasn't. They were all rolling out at the same time. But I thought at first 9066 was dragged, and I thought, oh God, what's going on here? And so, anyway, she's idled down, and so we're going to go in here and clear the consist, which I think is 127, and that'll clear that, and then we'll go ahead and go to recall and hit, let's see if we can find 1941. And then I'll show you guys, and hopefully I got enough film on me. I should have, yeah. Okay, local. Select local. 1941. Enter. Oh, okay. I must have not hit. No, wait a minute. 1941. 1943. Okay, come on. Let's do 1943. Not 1941. Okay, now we'll have horn here. Now that, okay, this is, and that kind of threw me again too. That's 1943's horn. Kind of sounds like a winky horn. Okay, I go back to 9041. It sounds a little more like a UP horn. Okay, let's go to, let's see, 9066. Let's see, let's go to select local 9041. Hit enter, and this is 9041's horn. That sounds more like a UP horn. I mean, like, yeah, this is me. 9088 sounds like that, and so does 9066. And like I say, in 9041, because I think that, or 1943, this is what it sounds like. Which is kind of good. And then here's a bell. I do like its bell. Now, on its bell, it sounds like it's an air bell, and it goes, ka-psh. We'll start her up and I'll let you hear it. Excuse me. Sounds pretty good. Now she's doing her idle up. Sounding really good there. And then she should idle back down just a little bit after she does her thing. She should settle back down. There she comes back down. Now this is where, like I said, when you hit F9 with this programming in here, she does what she does. So I'm going to reach over here. You can see that I got my finger on F9 on my NCE power cab. I've got it right there. And I'll make sure it's not only F8 is on. Okay. I'm going to hit this here. Now, when I hit F9, my finger's on it. Listen to 1943. That should not be doing that. That should not be doing that. Not at all. That should not be doing that at all. Now, used to when I went to hit shift, and I would hold F11 or one of them, it would bring it back down. And it's not doing it now. And it's not going to bring it down. And even if, I don't know, it might do it if I hit now it'll restart up and now it'll stop. So we'll go one more segment, but that's what it's doing. That's what it was doing. This is the third segment. But that shouldn't be doing that. That engine should not be high idling like that when you hit F9. The minute you hit F9, you should be able to adjust your increased speed up or down while it's parked, or why it is going down the track. And if you're going down the track, pulling some cars, and this does that, you're going to think, what's going on here? Or if it's setting like it was, and it does that, you're going to go, what's going on? Well, again, that is because of the way it was the way it was programmed. Not by me. This was done at Kato, factory done at Kato. And so, like I say, used to, you could, or on my first one that I had, you could hit shift and then F11 and it would stop. Which, let's see, shift F11 should be, F11 or F10 should be like setting the brake or something like that. And it was one of those that would stop it. I tried to get it to stop and she didn't want to stop, or idle down. And it should idle down. I mean, my other one did that, but it's just going to be a matter of doing what I said. Either take the shell off take the 1943 shell off and put it on like a 1941 or 66 or 88, and then maybe changing the trucks and stuff like that in the tanks if you wanted to, if you have this problem, and go that route. Or if you have a lock programmer and can program it, or have a friend that can do it for you, or a hobby shop. My hobby shop, they won't do it. They don't have the programmer. They have the computers, but they're a hobby shop that sells you stuff. They're a hobby shop that wants you to enjoy your stuff, but they're a hobby shop that doesn't, unless you absolutely, and I don't even know if they do it then, if you absolutely probably request seeing how your trains run, like if you live, 200 miles, 300 miles, and you want to see how your trains run, they may, if you push it far enough, they may let you run it. I mean, of course, now if you're sometimes, if you're super good friends with them and stuff like that, I'm not saying that I'm not good friends with them. I mean, I've been buying since, probably the last 4 years. And it's not that I, want to quit and go somewhere else. It's just, they just don't, they don't do any programming. They don't do any whatever in that. They leave it up to you, or they leave it up to, who you send it to or whatever to do it. Well, to me, something simple like this, and I'm sure it don't take that much knowledge, and it don't take that much, with one of the boys being end-to-end scale, like me, and the other boy, young men, or now adult, a gentleman, they're about a little younger than I am, but still, young men. They're fully capable of programming stuff their dad could, but he's got other things that he does. But I think they could. I think they could program stuff for people, or if you have an issue, instead of having to worry about sending it off to somewhere, you could just take it there and they could do it if you don't have the equipment yourself. But as I said, they won't do it. So, and I'm not, like I say, they're a good place to buy. I get my stuff there. They have layaway there. And so, if you guys are watching this, if you get stuff there, they got a good layaway. They'll let you put stuff on layaway. They'll let you whatever and that. But if you're wanting to, test your stuff there, and like I say, unless you really request it, and I guess they think they got the time to do it, they'll do it. If not, then you basically take it home and you do it at your own leisure. And so kind of one of those things. So, but we'll keep testing this, but I may do something by this weekend. But we may get something done, you know. I'm definitely not going to take this engine and take the shell off of it or my other two, because they run perfect together. So I'm not going to do them, but I'm going to figure out something. So, but thank you for watching the RDA N-Scale channel. I'm also thinking about changing it to Allen's Trains and Things. I've been thinking about that. Sometimes we have other things that we want to add in, and we want to, you know, if we got tips and tricks, and we're doing some installs, but I don't do too many installs. But if I do something, or if I do something like like I did here on my caboose, I done that myself. And so, like a little custom work here and on this caboose here. So, but we may be changing it to Allen's Trains and Things. I know there's a couple guys that have trains and things, but I've got a different name, so I may look at doing that. So, but anyway, I think I'm gonna go watch a little bit of cowboy movie. And so I hope you all having a good morning. We thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you are, please give us a big like, ring the bell. Please hit us with a comment. Please tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about this engine. I mean, it's a beautiful engine. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful engine. It does run. It does run okay. But when you hit that F9, you better be prepared, if you have one like mine, and for it to, and I'll still work on it, because I know I did it with my other one, to idle it back down or figure it out. And so, and we will visit with Alec at Locksound and see again what he says. But for now, this 9041, 9066, and 9088 is awesome sauce. I mean, 3 Locksound engines, and then I got that 2692 Gevo over there, and it's not too bad. I may have to work with it a little bit more. I don't know if that's something that I don't really want to take it apart, but I don't think I'll do that. I think I've got other plans for that. I've got another engine that I set back or whatever, and it's a Kato Gevo with Locksound, and I think I may go with it. But that engine's not too bad. For me, I absolutely like the Armor Yellow and the yellow that Kato goes with on their engines. That yellow may be the true yellow, but I like this. I like it a little bit better. It's just kind of me. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are having a good morning. We thank you for watching the RDA N-Scale channel. This is Alan. We'll see you. Take care. And again, have a great Friday morning. Bye-bye now. Hey guys, this is RDA N-Scale, Alan. Good morning to you guys. I'm going to do kind of a little small follow-up on when I was mentioning or talking about my 1943. I had a 1943 that I got back into 2018, maybe maybe 2019. And the engine's drive hold didn't work properly. One way that you can fix or kind of help until the engine is reprogrammed is by continuously, first thing, when you hit F9, if you've got a power cab, like an NCE power cab, you want to hit F9, turn it off, and then hit repeatedly you can use the option button and hit basically F10, which is your brake. This may take a couple times to do this. I'll show you guys how hopefully I can get it to shut down, but this is how I got mine to shut down. But we're going to see if we can get this fixed or get something done. But here we go. Let's see. Right now on my power cab, you see 8 and 10. 8 is for the power mover or the mover, for the engine sound like that. F10 should be your brake. You can see this by hitting EXPN, and that brings it up there. Okay, I'll hit. You can set your option button. You can set your option button to be your F10, F11, F12, and so on. Hit your option. You got F10 through F19, F20 through F28, and back to F10. Okay. And now I'm going to hit Program Escape, and we'll show you. When I hit F9, the engine should idle up again, and hopefully we can get her to go back down like I was trying here a couple times. But to do that, you have to turn off function 9 or drive hole 9, and then hit repeatedly. Use your option button and hit your F10 for your which will be your brake. Once you get that done, if you're wanting to stop the engine, you won't hear the brake release and stuff like that because of the generic code or the generic programming. All that stuff was basically left out. your brake set and all that stuff was basically left out. And like even if you hit your F10 and you want to idle up, you can't idle up because the engine won't idle up, and it's because that was left out. So here we go. As you can see here, I'm hitting F9 right here. And as you can hear, she's idling up. And I'm going to hit that. And now, I'm going to hit F9 again. And now we're going to hit Option F10. Sometimes I think it almost has to max before it'll finally go back down. Option 10. Now she's starting to idle down. And you'll hear idle back down. After you hit, you have to take off your F9, and you'll see when I hit this, when you see you hit your EXP on this is on the power cab. When you hit this, you'll see only your you'll see your power mover or your engine mover sound, and then F10. And now she's back to idling down. That's one way to do it. It's the only way you really do it, because otherwise she'll just keep staying up at a high idle, and I don't know if that's really good on the speaker to keep letting that happen. So F10 is engaged, which should be your brake. Will probably not stop the engine. It might. Okay, yep, with F10 in hold, it's gonna whatever, but it won't. As I idle up, I don't think it'll let me idle up, or the idle sound will go up. No. So it'll hold the engine in place like a brake, but it won't let your engine idle up as it's sitting there. So unlike 9066, 9041, and 9088, this engine, it'll stay there, but it won't make no sound. But if you hit F9, it'll go up real quick, and then to bring it down, you have to release F9 and then do what I mentioned on hitting option F10 or F0 F0, which I'll show you again, which is, whoops, you can look on there and you can see 10. You clear this, you hit option, you got your option, and you'll have F10 through F19 and then so on. And then you just, as soon as you see that, you hit this. And then you'll look here, 0's gone. Hit that, hit option, hit 0 again, right there. And now it should be back on. And basically that's your parking brake. So, but for an engine, but for this here engine, if you have the one that the engine, if the drive hole don't work or it's got that generic programming, that's how to idle the engine back down. And you got, some of you guys might know this. You might ran it enough, you might know it, or you might been able to reprogram it. So hopefully we can get something done. So I think with that, I'm going to go relax for a while. And we'll shut her down. But otherwise, the engine runs good. I mean, it runs good. Well, I'm not really in love with that. That sounds like it's going, yeah, trying to, instead of being womp womp. But bell sounds good. And then when you let off on the bell, you get a nice a few other functions I think kind of work on it, but not really like it should. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Y'all have a good morning, good Friday morning. Take care, and we'll see you on the RDA in Scale channel. This is Alan. We'll see you. And please, before we go, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a big old like, thumbs up, and please leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. And we thank you. Thank you for watching. See y'all. Good morning.